In today's lesson, we're talking about the backswing, and I've got a great drill that you can do in practice which is going to help you fix the reverse spine, which unfortunately causes many golfers lots of issues on the course. So you've joined me again at the Forest of Arden. We're on the 13th hole, and as we just said there, we're talking about the reverse spine or the reverse pivot in the backswing, and I've got a drill which can help you get that out your game and work towards a more neutral backswing. Now, if you are new to my channel, make sure you consider subscribing before you leave the video. There's a subscription link in the description below, or there's a clickable link at the end of the video. There's 3 videos coming each and every week, and if you click subscribe, we can help you play some better golf and enjoy your time on the course just that little bit more. So what do we mean by kind of reverse spine or reverse pivot? Well, very often we're talking about the backswing movement in the body, and it's when we generally see the lower body, so we're going to class that as hips and knees, moving away from the target. And the result of that is very often the upper body will move slightly towards the target. So we get this kind of almost C shape in the body. The head can almost go towards the target. And what we tend to find from there is as that golfer starts their downswing sequence, it's very, very easy to get 2 things happening. To get the golf club moving out in front of you very, very steep, and the head being too far in front of the golf ball. From here, it's a little bit of a recovery process. The golfer tends to want to back up. The club works across the ball. We struggle with strikes, deliveries, distance, flights, all those kind of things. But it was really initiated by that poor movement away in the backswing. So I'm going to show you how to set up a little practice station, which is going to help you eliminate that from your game. So I've used a couple of alignment sticks here. I'm going to go through how we're going to set these up, but this is a little station I want you to rehearse with. Now you can do this at home in your garden, you can do it at the driving range, because it's going to be a dry drill. So dry drill means no hitting of the ball, no swinging of the club, just kind of rehearsing how the body needs to move. So if I take my address to this board, you're going to see where I've placed these alignment sticks. So my normal address position would be around about here to hit this 6 iron, and you can see that I've got one alignment stick which is just inside my trail heel. And the other alignment stick is only about 2 inches away from my trail hip or trail thigh. Now I'm going to take the golf club that you've got in your hands, we're going to get you to place that across your shoulders. Now if you're that golfer who has that reverse movement, what you're going to probably find is your legs will hit the alignment stick that's behind me. So you can see that contact I'm making there. And I really struggle to get the grip of this golf club on top of the alignment stick that's inside my heel. This would be that classic reverse spine or that reverse pivot. What I would love you to rehearse, and you can make these slightly exaggerated in practice, is to move this trail hip away from the alignment stick. So that will be towards the target, and feeling like I get this grip almost on top of the alignment stick that's inside of my heel. So that would look a little bit more like this. So you can see that I've moved my hips slightly towards the target, and I've got the alignment stick on the floor directly under the club that's across my shoulders. And I very simply just want to have a few rehearsals to feel what that's like, and you're going to see how that's a very, very different position to what we would see from that kind of reverse spine golfer who really struggles to sequence the downswing from there. I find it more difficult to turn, but also you can see that I've got the contact here and this isn't above that alignment stick. Now just one thing to point, when I do this little exercise, it's really easy for the golfer to do that with a very, very level shoulder turn. So be aware that we're still trying to do this with some tilt through the shoulders. So I'm still trying to keep that angle in my shoulders really important. You'll notice that my knees have changed flex, and you'll notice that I've got those things matched up that I want. Now, if you're that golfer who does create that reverse spine, and we do see that quite commonly, it's probably going to be more detrimental for the longer clubs in the bag, the 3-woods, the drivers, because when we've got a short iron, we can kind of get away with it because if the head goes in front and we get a bit steep, tends to lend itself more to those shorter clubs. So this might impact your driver swing and your long irons a little bit better. That little exercise there, as I say, it's a dry drill. There's no swing, there's no club, there's no ball, but that's the best way for you to start and understand what needs to happen in your body to create that movement. What we can then do is we can bring the golf club in, we can make some golf swings, or backswings I should say, where we're trying to create the same feeling. There's my same kind of movement that I want versus that kind of reverse spine that we see so commonly. So this little station, once you've done a couple of dry drills, you can absolutely go ahead and hit a couple of shots. So little 6 iron down there, but again, my feeling was work the trail hip away, feel like I load into that trail hip, that trail leg a little bit better. And if you can do that, it's going to help you sequence your downswing better. And if you sequence your downswing better, it's very often going to be resulting in some better club delivery and some better shots out on the golf course. So a reverse spine or reverse pivot does plague a lot of golfers. It can really affect how you start your downswing and the sequence in the delivery of the club. So try that little exercise to help you work towards a more neutral turn, loading into that trail side a little bit better, and that's, I'm sure, going to give you some better results out on the golf course. Thank you very much for watching. Usual stuff is below, comments box, like button, and also over there is that subscribe link, and together we can help you play some better golf this year. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you back here again.